Welcome back, everyone. We are back with another tactic. This, again, it is from FM23 because FM24 tactics just aren't out yet unless you create them yourself. The Steam Workshop, I don't believe, is up yet, so we will take a look at that when that comes out. So we are going to be doing some FM23 tactics. Today is called the Absolute Dominance 3-2-2-2-1. As you can see, it's sort of a Christmas tree formation. You start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, ball playing defenders on the left and the central spot, a central defender in defend on the right, DMs in the middle. You have defensive winger on support on both sides. You have an attacking midfielder on both sides, and then you have an advanced forward up front. Balanced mentality in possession. You got a bit more this time around, attacking with the standard approach plays, pass into space, underlap on the left and right, focus play down the left and right, shorter passing directness, tempo is higher, run at defense and low crosses. In transition, counter press, counter, roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. But how did it do for our Premier League teams? Well, as you can see, not too bad. I mean, Liverpool in third, so not the greatest for them. 76 points, 23, 7, and 8. Aston Villa, 24, 4, and 10 in fourth place, both in Champions League. So fantastic for them, especially for Aston Villa, who picked it up a bit. 76 points, tied for Liverpool, just losing out on goal differential. But overall, so far not too bad. Liverpool's EFL Cup run sadly ended just as it began, a 1-2 loss against Burnley in the third round. FA Cup, they did a little bit better, reaching the quarters again, though a 1-2 loss to Nottingham Forest this time around, away from home. And unfortunately losing out to Lazio in the Europa League, round of 16, first leg 1-3, and then they beat them 3-2 at home at Anfield, but unfortunately not by enough, so they are out in the round of 16. Overall, though, Liverpool had a great start of the season, only 2 losses in the first half of the season or thereabouts, well, 3 losses. But then, you got a fantastic run in February and January. Unfortunately, March is where you just get killed off. A couple losses after that, not great. Squad-wise, as you could tell, not as many games as last time, but you've got a couple of good players up there. Konate finally making almost a full season, Szoboszlai, McAllister, so not too bad there. Goals-wise, Mohamed Salah leads the charts with 22, 19 for Szoboszlai. Wow, that's a fantastic number. 17 for Nunez, so it's spread out a bit, but not nearly as high as we've seen before. And then assist-wise, 17 for McAllister, 16 for Trent. So overall, not too bad. And then because I can't figure out how to get the average rating over to the assist column, 7.44 for Mohamed Salah, 7.32 for Nunez. So a fantastic set of greens. It would be nice to get a couple more in there, though. Aston Villa's EFL Cup run went all the way to the final, losing out, however, 0-1. Not a bad match at all to Manchester City. You do make it to the Cup final. Unfortunately, you don't come away with it. FA Cup doing better than Liverpool did, reaching the semi-finals, but 0-1 in extra time to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest doing fairly well this season in the FA Cup, but your cup runneth out at that point. Europa Conference League doing very well up until the end. Fiorentina out 0-4 away from home, and that kicks you out at the semi-finals. You did fairly well up until that point. Not a lot of great teams, at least compared to the Premier League, but Fiorentina are a tough opponent, and yeah, unfortunately you don't get past them. Overall, it looks pretty similar to Liverpool. A couple losses in the first half of the season, and then you get to April and you just kind of get killed off. You finish off strong. You do beat Arsenal 2-1, which is fantastic. But for your squad, 60 appearances for Ollie Watkins. That is insane. Goals-wise, Ollie Watkins again, 34. Jacob Ramsey with 19. So you've got some fantastic numbers. Moussa Diaby with 22 assists, 15 for McGinn and Luis. And then average rating all the way over here, 7.42 for Diaby, 7.33 for Leon Bailey. So you got, again, a good set of greens. Unfortunately, it'd be nice to get a little more. Yuri Tielemans with 7. Not too bad. Data Hub seems to show passing is in there, even though you'll see later that the passing is not really in the most Premier League stats. But dribbles per game, sort of. You've got better than average, which is fantastic to see. Goals, not unexpected penalty goals, and shots shots per game. So not too bad. Defensively, not the greatest. And we'll see with Liverpool is about the same, a little higher on some of these aspects. But defensively, not doing all that well, which is where the problem resides. Premier League stats, as you can see, Aston Villa and Liverpool both in most goals with number 2 and number 4, 93 down to 82. Liverpool only getting 82 goals, though. Fewer shots against, you got both of them in there. Possession, nobody. Dribbles made, you got Liverpool at top with 688, so not too bad there. Most tackles, no defensive work. Best pass completion, nothing. Most shots for Liverpool and Aston Villa in there, but Salah and Ali Watkins both in the top goals, 16 and 17 apiece. Most assists, Moussa Diaby. Liverpool's just not in this list. Most player of the match awards, Diaby was 7, but still on the higher side of the average of what we've seen. No best pass completion, no dribbles made, no tackles won. So the defensive side, the dribbling side, the possession side, not there at all. Most key passes, you do have Szoboszlai and Alexander. So there's the Liverpool connection. And then, of course, most shots was Szoboszlai. And now switching over to the championship side of things, Ipswich Town unfortunately do not make promotion, but they do get into 4th, 26, 11, and 10, 125 goals for, insane. 89 points, not too bad. However, you do lose out to Norwich 4-2 on aggregate in the playoff system, so you are in the championship one more season. Squad-wise, Hurst with 43 appearances, 42 plus 4 for Chaplin. Goals-wise, 29 for Hurst. I mean, he's done a fantastic job. 19 for Chaplin, 17 for Broadhead. So you're kind of spreading it out a little bit, I guess. 19 assists for Connor Chaplin, Jackson with 12. So, I mean, yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be on the average side of things. 7-3-4 for Chaplin. Ladapo with 7-2-6, 7-2-5 for Jackson. I've got to learn these players. Overall, not the greatest of tactics. I mean, I maybe a good place to start out, but overall with these three teams, I just don't think it worked nearly as well as what we are going to be seeing and what we've seen in the past in FM23. So, but as always, that's it for me, Seffian FM. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more wonderful FM24 goodness, and we will see you next time for another FM24 tactic.